This is the Joy News Desk, and thank you very much for your company still. Now, Ghana booked its place in the Africa Cup of Nations final against Ivory Coast, but that was only after Thursday's semi-final was brought to a halt when Black Star supporters were forced out of their seats after appearing to be targeted with missiles by Equatorial Guinea fans. With full time approaching and Ghana leading 3-0 thanks to goals from Jordan Ayew, Wakasa Mubarak and Andrea Ayew, play was suspended following the sight of Black Stars fans making their way onto the side of the pitch, seeking refuge from what was being thrown at them. Players were forced to stand in the middle of the pitch as they awaited a decision while a police helicopter hovered above the Estadio de Malabo in Equatorial Guinea. Let's get an update on this disturbance in Equatorial Guinea from our correspondent on the ground, Delali Atiase. Delali, how are you doing yourself?
I'm okay. I'm fine. And it's just that we've not been able to go out of the hotel still. We're still inside.
Well, generally in terms of security, what is it like for people like you, journalists, the Black Stars themselves, the fans who have been there?
Well, for the fans who came from Ghana, I guess they were safe because they were at the High Commissioner's residence. I hear they have been at the airport and probably they'll be leaving very soon. But for the other residents here who don't have the requisite documents or papers, definitely they are going to find it a bit tough staying in here. And for us journalists who are here, we are yet to get any assurance of safety or any security for us. We can't guarantee safety here. That's how come we are still locked up in our hotel rooms. We are still waiting from word from some of the officials. I've been able to make contact with someone at the Black Stars Hotel. They are trying to see if they can get us the minister to speak to. But the latest they are telling me about the team is that the team is scheduled to leave here in Malabo for Pata at 3 p.m. Initially, we thought it was 12 p.m., but they said they are leaving at 3 p.m. And we are hoping that before that time, we are going to hear from the minister so that the media men around will also get to know how we are going to coordinate ourselves and how we are going to make our movement.
I see. In other words, you've not had any formal communication, the Ghanaian people have not had any formal communication from the High Commission or the local organizing committee, nothing of that sort?
No, after we were evacuated to the High Commissioner's residence along with the fans and the other residents here late last night or early this morning, we left there for our hotel around 2:30. Now, ever since that time, we've not had any communication with them at all, but we are trying our best to get to them to know what our next line of movement. It's making it a bit difficult for us to go out because you can't really determine the sort of reaction that you are going to get when you go out, and we don't want to risk that.
Very well. Now let's go to events of last night briefly. We understand that 2 fans have been beaten to death by supporters. What do you know about this?
Well, that was the news that one supporter broke to the minister and the Football Association president in our presence before we were evacuated to the High Commissioner's residence late yesterday or early this morning. But this morning, as we wake up, it is still unconfirmed. So I wanted to remain as such until we have confirmation of it that indeed these people or 2 people have really passed out. It will still be unconfirmed. I don't want to speculate. And so when we have the concrete information on that, we'll let our listeners know.
Very well. Delali, just stay on the line briefly for me. Sports Minister Mahama Yarega has joined the conversation. Thank you very much for your time, Mahama. Hello, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What sort of arrangements have we made for the Ghanaian people who had gone there to cover and to watch the football game in terms of security, including the Black Stars?
Oh, there's no threat to anybody. I mean, the incident that happened yesterday ended, and everything is under control now. The place is very, very safe. There's no threat to anybody. So what we are working on now is to move to Bata for the final. So that's no problem.
Now, that is with respect to the Black Stars. How about the fans? How about the pressmen who were there, like our reporter who said that there hasn't been any communication of any sort at all?
Well, I mean, the pressmen, we would I haven't seen them. If I see them, then we can find out what their logistical challenges are. We definitely have to move our team to Bata, where we are playing the final. That's just a simple logistical matter. I mean, so that is, if they get in touch with us, then we'll find out what we can do.
So the priority now...
This afternoon, the team itself this afternoon, they'll be moving to Bata.
You said that already. Now, the priority now is the Black Stars. Hello,
well, I mean, they are being taken care of. They are being taken care of by CAF. So CAF is making the arrangements for their movement.
Okay, so let's just say CAF has made arrangement. What arrangement are you making to make sure that those people you took over there to watch and cover this match are not harmed as well?
Are not what?
Are not harmed in any way by some outrage.
Nobody is going to harm anybody. I mean, the match is between Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire. So I don't think any Equatorial Guinea has any reason why he wants to hurt anybody who is not playing his country. So why do you think they will be going after a Ghanaian when Ghana is not playing their country?
How?
What interest do they have?
How do you know that for sure after what happened yesterday? In fact, our reporter says it has become very difficult for them to... I'm saying, how do you know that for sure, especially after what happened yesterday?
I mean, I'm here on the ground, and I'm not around the city, and nothing has happened to me. And I'll go to Bata, and whilst we're in Bata, it will be Ghana against Cote d'Ivoire. And I'm very confident that when Ghana is playing Cote d'Ivoire, Equatorial Guinea will actually support Ghana. You watch the screen to see what will happen. Equatorial Guinea has always supported Ghana. And it just happened that yesterday, we happened to be playing them, and naturally, yes, they are supporting their home team. But when Ghana is playing another country, since I got here to Equatorial Guinea, they have consistently been behind Ghana.
I see. Just hold the line briefly for me. Delali. Hello, Delali.
Yeah, hello.
Do you feel the same way? There's really no threat, as the sports ministers mentioned. There's really no threats to anybody right now. You can feel free to move out of your hotel.
Well, if he says that, then we'll try and step out and see how it is. It's just that, we'll try and see. We'll try and see. I've been listening to the sports minister himself, and honestly, there's not been any communication between him and us since yesterday night. And so we'll try and see. We'll step out and test the waters and see how it is.
Very well.
I'll try as much as possible and get to the man myself even before he leaves for Bata and find out what other arrangements they can do for us.
Very well. Let me just come back to the minister briefly. We also understand that a couple of fans, two of them, I mean, were beaten to death. Has that come to your notice?
Look, there's absolutely no threat to anybody here. In fact, I've been into town about 3 times today. And, every community where Ghanaians live, I have called them, and they are very safe. They want to work. There's no threat to anybody.
We get that bit.
He's still hiding in his hotel.
Mama.
I'm surprised that he's still, yes. I actually went jogging this morning in town. I went jogging this morning.
We get
Ghana t-shirt.
We get that bit. But what I'm asking is, we heard that as part of events last night, 2 fans were beaten to death. What do you know about it?
Nobody died. Nobody was seriously injured. In fact, the only thing that happened was that the water bottles hit 1 or 2 people in the stadium. Besides what happened in the stadium that you all saw, nothing happened outside. There was no confrontation outside.
So all those reports of confrontations outside are untrue?
There was no confrontation outside. All that the Equatorial Guinea government did was they made sure that they cleared the entire environment. I mean, they cleared the people in the stadium using the helicopters. When they came outside the stadium, they cleared them so that all of them, left and went home. And the roads were now free for us to now drive to our various hotels and the embassy where our fans decided to go and lodge. And then the Equatorial Guinea government sent security to the embassy, and then they protected themselves this morning. And it has been safe. There has been no threat to anybody since I woke up this morning.
Very well. Are we expecting to send in some more fans for the finals?
Well, I mean, I think that I'm focusing more on our preparation for the finals with the players. The issue of funds, I urge Ghanaians to support the Black Stars. Those who can afford it and then come, that would be great. That would be exciting. The boys will be excited to see Ghanaians in the sun cheering them. But those of you back home will be happy to know that we are all rooting for the Black Stars.
But are you looking forward to sending in more funds to Equatorial Guinea? That particular question you haven't addressed.
No, I mean, I'm not in charge of sending funds to Equatorial Guinea. If they will help them. But I don't handle.
Do you think that some more funds will be sent in? Because I'm not sure it will be without notice.
I'm working on something urgent for some funds here. So if we can end the interview now so that I can attend to them, it's so important.
I see. Thank you very much for your time. Mahama Ayariga is sports minister. But we've been asking Ghanaians here in Ghana what they think about events of last night's game.
Because Ghana was winning 3-0 and they were host team, so I think they were angry, like why Ghana was winning, because they're the host team and they're supposed to be beating Ghana. So I just think the security or the police have to go into the matter and take the necessary measures. And the Equatorial Guinea team should be suspended because that was not good. And the players, some of the players were even happy that the Ghanaian fan were beaten. Some of the players were happy. So it's not really nice. If you are beaten, you take it that you are beaten and you should accept it with faith.
Actually, what the Equatorial Guinea people did, it was very bad. Like Ghana, for this time, such thing has never happened, and it will never happen.
They are doing that thing. They must stop, not so they want trouble. 10 years, if they come Ghana here, you two, you go beat them. Oh, I don't want to say nothing. I pray to Ghana to take up came Ghana.
Ghanaians are a better part. They taught the Guineans how to play ball yesterday, and they are no match. The Guineans are no match. The Equatorial Guineans, they are no match with the Black Stars. That's what I think happened. And they wanted to sabotage the effort of the Black Stars. What do you expect when you are losing a match of that magnitude? You must be angry.
I think the Equatorial Guinea, they have to be very careful with what they did because this is their first time of, hosting what they did wasn't good at all. And, being a first nation holding tournament like this, you don't have to do something to, disgrace your country.
They shouldn't be given the opportunity to play the third match because who knows what will happen next? Because they hosted a tournament. So at least they should have comported themselves. So to me, I will expect the CAF to ban them.
So that's what a cross-section of Ghanaians think about events of last night's game between Ghana and Equatorial Guinea. Very bitter end there. But how much do you think you'll pay for that Nyame Betre signage in front of your shop when the AMA visits you? Find out when I come back.